Once upon a time, in the town of Atocha, there was a community of farmers, artists, and craftsmen who lived peaceful and happy lives. However, the Christians in the area were being oppressed by the Moors, who were cruel and ruthless invaders. The Moors took over most of Spain, destroying everything in their path, and took the people of Atocha as prisoners. The men of the village were imprisoned in deplorable and filthy jails and dungeons. But they held on to their faith, despite the Moors' attempts to break their spirit. The Moors implemented restrictions that allowed only family members to bring food and water to the prisoners. Later, they added another restriction that only children under the age of 12 who were close family members were allowed to bring food and water. The women of Atocha turned to the Blessed Mother under the title of Our Lady of Atocha. This decree affected even more prisoners who had no children meeting these requirements. A statue dedicated to Mary under this title was located in their chapel. In this statue, Mary is holding her infant son. These women pleaded with Our Lady to beg the mercy of her Son for their imprisoned relatives. Soon after, the children visiting their imprisoned family members noticed a boy of about 12 years old visiting the prisoners at night. The boy, dressed as a pilgrim, carried food and water to the prisoners without detection from the sleeping Moor guards. The prisoners felt spiritually and physically refreshed in the boy's presence, and they believed him to be the child Jesus. When the women heard of the boy, they rushed to the chapel to thank Our Lady for sending her son. They noticed that the shoes of the infant in the statue of Our Lady of Atocha were dusty and worn out. The women cleaned the shoes, but they found them dusty and worn out again and again. People traveling in those days also found themselves in great danger. Often, when visiting relatives far away, they were assaulted and killed on the roads. Many of the travelers were Catholic, and innkeepers had been afraid to provide them with lodging for fear of the Moors' occupation. As a result, many travelers had to sleep in the open forests or near the main roads, thus making them even more vulnerable to attacks. The child Jesus also began appearing to travelers who were in great danger. He would show them the safe route to avoid danger. He often accompanied them on their journey as well. He wore a pilgrim's dress, hat with a plume, and a cape, and carried a pilgrim's staff with a gourd of water attached. Because of these miraculous events, the child received the name of the Holy Infant of Our Lady of Atocha. Miracles abounded through the centuries, even after Spain was liberated from the Moors in the year 1492. Devotion to the child originally focused on receiving aid for travelers or for people in prison. But after witnessing many miracles for other intentions, the devotion spread throughout Spain, and devotees were turning to him in all of their urgent needs.